Welcome back to Let's Cruise. Discover the wonderful world of cruising with Enjoy the View Travel. Today we start part 4. It's all about dining and the beverage package. Okay, first off, let's talk about dining on a cruise. What's included, what's not included. Every meal that you have on a cruise is included with your cruising price. You do not have to spend an extra dime on anything that you eat, unless you want to. Okay, first stop is the main dining room. Usually you're going to have either 2 to 3 floors for your dining room, or you may even have different areas of the ship, and each dining room will have its own name. And then you'll typically have a certain time that you either go to that dining room and have a dedicated staff. Or you may even have like the anytime dining where you choose what time that you go and dine in the main dining room. Things to consider about the main dining room: that it is not rushed, it is an experience. Things are delivered in courses. You will have a dress code for the dining room. So this is also going to vary per cruise line. It usually is anywhere from casual to formal. There's usually going to be at least one formal night, sometimes 2 formal nights, depending on the length of your cruise. And typically, not always, you hear different things from different people, but typically shorts, even dressy shorts for men, are not permitted in the dining room. They're going to want to have slacks, nicer jeans, and formal nights would be suits, tuxes, things along that line. Ladies, formal nights can mean a number of things for you, from a sequin gown to just a very nice dress. So you're going to see a lot of different things. Again, it'll vary per cruise line, so you'll want to check on that information so that you can take the correct things to wear. Something else to keep in mind: if you are going to any shows or activities in the evening, you want to keep those times in mind. Dinner is not something that is quick. It usually takes a little bit of time. So you want to keep those things in mind when you are deciding what time you want to eat and where you would like to eat. All right, next up is specialty dining. If you want to do specialty dining, you do have some options. Again, these are not required. You do not have to. They are an additional charge, so definitely keep that in mind. So for your special occasions, or maybe it's just for a just because, you have some options. Each cruise line is going to have a variety of specialty dining options, anywhere from steakhouses, Italian eateries, French-inspired dishes to gourmet sushi. So it depends on what you like, what you would like to experience. There's also some that have seafood places, different things. So you have a good variety and a good mix if you want to do that. There are also some invitation-only dining experiences that they have. For example, the chef's table. It's a limited number of guests who are invited to this. It is an upcharge. It is a more expensive upcharge than your other specialty restaurants. It is considered to be very elite. Again, it's a very limited number of people. I will say this: from what I have heard, it's an amazing experience, and if you have the opportunity to do it, to definitely do it. But some things to consider: if you are a picky eater, it may not be for you. It is a multi-course meal. You do not get a choice in anything that is brought to you. It is all prepared and planned out ahead of time. And so it is brought to you in multiple courses. I believe I've also heard that there is specialty wine for each course as well. So just a couple of things for you to keep in mind if you do something similar to the chef's table. Okay, let's be honest. Who's going on the cruise for the buffet? You can't see me, but I'm raising my hand. I'm going to the cruise for the buffet. Every cruise line now, just about, I can't think of any off the top of my head that do not have a buffet. It's kind of like the requirement now. So everybody has a buffet. They are all typically set up as a market style menu, and they feature a wide variety of international foods and cuisine. So you're going to have a big choice. Sometimes you'll have an area where that will change, I guess, theme and the international type of cuisine for the day will change daily. And you have some areas that will stay the same every day, like the salad bar. So they have a good variety. You will have a good variety of things that are baked, things that are fried, vegetables. So you have a lot of a good mix, especially if you have a lot of people who like a lot of different things. The buffet is definitely going to be for you. It is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You do not have to have a reservation for the buffet. I will tell you, embarkation day. It is the happening place, and it will be very, very busy. So that might be a day that you want to consider doing the main dining room for lunch. Typically, the main dining rooms will be open for lunch on embarkation day, and then lunch is usually, I think, on sea days. Throughout the rest of the cruise in the main dining room. But the buffet is open like almost all the time. So you have lots of good options there. The buffet is also a great option if you have some shows that you're going to and you might need to go eat a little bit early, or you have some activities where you need to go eat a little bit early or maybe a little bit later, like for lunch. So the buffet is a really good option for that as well. There is I will say no dress code in the buffet like you have in the main dining room. So if you're like, well, I don't really want to have to dress up, then go eat at the buffet every night. You're going to have lots of options. You'll never have the same thing unless you just want to. So it's a really great option, and the buffet is completely included with your cruise price. So if the main dining room, specialty dining, and the buffet are not enough options for you, you're in luck because we still have additional dining options. Most cruise lines are going to have a variety of cafes. You typically will have some kind of a spa cafe that will have healthier options. Typically, that's where your fruit juices, like specialty fruit juices and smoothies, can be found also. And then you'll also have a cafe, like one of the cruise lines has something called the International Cafe. And that's where your specialty coffees will be. But then they also have a variety of food options, including sandwiches, desserts, things along that line. And the food options are included, so those are free. But the specialty coffees, if you don't have the drink package that includes that, there'll be a charge for that. Also, I think the International Cafe is Princess Cruise Line. And then Al Baccio Cafe is Celebrity Cruise Line. And it's the same type of setup where that's where you get your specialty coffees. And then they have specialty desserts there as well. And those are included. So you have some options there. Also, there are some casual dining options. This is a fairly new option. And sometimes there is an upcharge for that. And they've kind of just started that within the last, I'd say, year or two, doing the casual dining and it including an upcharge. So you want to be mindful of that in case that is something that you need to be aware of, and then it would be a charge on your account. So keep those things in mind, but we're not done. There's still some poolside eateries. Typically, so there'll be some kind of a grill, and then also usually a pizza place up there for that. So great options that you have for dining. And really, I mean, you are not going to go hungry. Do not worry about that at all. You should be completely fine. And anytime that you would like something, go for it. There is also room service. That will vary per cruise line as well, as far as if there is a charge or not a charge. Some of them have like a complimentary breakfast and coffee, like a continental style breakfast. and coffee that you can order and have brought in. And then if you want like a more hot breakfast, like omelets, eggs, toast, bacon, those kind of things, then there would be an additional charge for that. And with some of them, it's just like a delivery charge, not a like charge for the actual food items, but it's like a delivery charge. So those are some additional options that you have as well. Again, all of these things are going to vary per cruise line. So it's just something that you're going to have to look into and see what is offered on the cruise that you'll be going on. That is definitely something that I can help you with as well. All right, we are going to wrap up today talking about the beverage packages. These are always hot topics when it comes to cruises because you have beverage packages. Something to keep in mind is that you do get complimentary water, coffee, tea, and it is unsweet tea. They do have sweetener options though if you'd like to make it sweet tea. And lemonade, those are typically available in the dining room and also in the buffet area. So you do have complimentary beverages, but that's pretty much it for complimentary. Everything else, it's going to cost. So you have to kind of think about what type of a drinker you are. Typically, there will be some kind of soda package and or non-alcoholic package. I know with some of the cruise lines, they offer both. And then some of the cruise lines, they lump it into one. So if you're getting a soda package, that's typically going to include your soft drinks, fruit juices, smoothies, things like that. And that's going to run you an average, just an average. It's going to, of course, vary per cruise line, $15 per day. Okay, if you have the non-alcoholic, that will include what was in the soda package as well as your premium coffee and tea. And that's going to run you about $30 per day. Oh, and those packages both also include like non-alcoholic drinks, like fruity type drinks. So keep that in mind as well. So then you have usually some type of a basic package that's the alcoholic package. And that's going to include drinks up to about $15. Again, that's going to vary per cruise line. There are some cruise lines that it only covers drinks up to $10. So you'll have to look at the details for that when you decide what package you would like to get. It includes the non-alcoholic and the soda package, as well as alcoholic beverages up to the amount on that package. And that's going to run you an average of $65 per day. The premium package is going to include everything, and it's going to include drinks up to $20 per day, typically. Again, it will vary per cruise line, and it'll be an average of about $85 per day. Now, I know that seems like a lot. A lot of times, though, you can get the drink packages on sale different times throughout the year, so you'll want to kind of keep a check on that. Also, something to keep in mind, this is very important because a lot of people don't realize this, but when you purchase a drink package, everybody in your cabin also has to get a drink package. So if you have a family of 4, okay, mom and dad want the drink package, totally get it. But you also have to get a drink package for the 2 kids as well. Now, I understand they can't get because mom and dad want to get the basic alcoholic drink package. Okay, kids can't get that. So obviously they're going to be getting the non-alcoholic. Okay, so it will default, I think, based on age for them to get the non-alcoholic packages. Something else that has come up for anybody who is a recovering alcoholic. That is a concern for some people. And just note that they understand that. And there is, with most cruise lines, an option for while the one person gets the alcoholic package, as long as we can show proof of a recovering alcoholic, then you can get a non-alcoholic package for the other person. I've already had to do that for somebody. It was a pretty easy process to get that done. Have some experience with that already. So that's an option as well. I've had people come to me and say, "Hey, I just don't want the drink package. The complimentary beverages is all that I will need. But my spouse or my friend who is going with me, they want the drink package. Unfortunately, it's not an option. If one person gets the drink package, then everybody in the cabin has to get the drink package. So that's something that you have to think about. Maybe you don't want to get a drink package, and maybe the other person is just going to pay for their beverages as they get them. It really depends upon how much you actually drink as to whether the value of the drink package is worth it. So those are some things that you have to think about and you have to weigh in that decision. And those are things that I can talk with you about and kind of help you figure out if that's something that you want. Thanks for hanging out with us today as we discuss dining options and the beverage package on cruising. So if you need to contact us, our information is right here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for our YouTube channel. And until next time, enjoy the view.